road vehicles on the island of Sodor were having a very bad day. The roads in the towns and countryside were full of holes, and they needed mending very badly.
Ouch! That hurt!
Oof, that's another hole in the road.
I say, what's happening?
That afternoon, Elizabeth the vintage lorry gathered the road vehicles at the car park in Knapford, as they were feeling very fed up about the holes in the road.
I think it's terrible, and something should be done.
You're right, Elizabeth. I hate it when I drive over some lumps and holes, and so do my passengers.
I agree with you, Bertie. This is worse than getting stuck under a narrow bridge.
What are we going to do if the road closes for repair?
Calm down, Caroline. I'm sure there'll be a delivery of Tarmac by tomorrow.
As the road vehicles were getting cross, the Fat Controller was also cross with someone on his telephone.
Holes in the road, I tell you, and they need mending now.
That evening, as Thomas was delivering his last load of passengers back to Knapford, he saw George the steamroller at Maithwaite.
Hello, George. What are you doing here in Maithwaite?
I'm parked here for tonight, so I can get to work on Tarmac in the roads tomorrow.
We've been hearing Bertie complain about the holes in the road all day. Yes, Annie, I'm so glad he didn't ask Thomas to race this time.
Relax, you two. Bertie will want to have another race once the roads are mended again. Oh, that's my guard's whistle. I'll see you tomorrow, George.
Pah! I'd rather tear up rails and turn them into roads any day.
The next morning, as Thomas pulled into Knapford to collect his passengers, the Fat Controller was concerned.
Thomas, there's a bit of a change of plans. I need you to go and pick up the Tarmac delivery.
Well, who's going to take care of my passengers?
I will, Thomas. You can always count on your best friend to help you out.
Thank you, Percy. Sir, where do I pick up the tar wagons from?
I need you to pick up the tar wagons from... Oh, bother that telephone. I'll tell you what place as soon as I'm done with this phone call.
Okay, sir.
I've been hearing all about the holes in the roads yesterday.
Yes, Percy. Everyone's been talking about them.
You must go and get the tarmac, Thomas. Percy will take us out on the branch line today.
Okay, you two. I'll go and get the tarmac right away.
As soon as Thomas left Knapford to get the tar wagons, he couldn't remember what place the Fat Controller told him to go, as he was busy talking on his telephone. Percy couldn't be bothered telling him either, as he decided to take Annie and Clarabel out instead.
Come on, Annie and Clarabel. I'll be taking you out on the branch line today.
As Thomas travelled along the main line, he saw Kelly the crane and Nelson the lorry at a level crossing with an important message for him.
The road on your branch line's closed for repairs, Thomas.
The workmen have been waiting for the tarmac since this morning.
Yes, Nelson, but what are you two doing here?
We're driving back to Miss Jenny's yard to let everyone know about the road holes.
It's hard work when you're tarmacking the road.
Thanks for the advice. I'll go and find a station that has some tar wagons.
As Thomas continued his journey, he remembered something that flew into his funnel.
Edward told me there was a tar wagon at his station long ago. If I look in Wellsworth, maybe I'll find some tar wagons there.
Thomas chuffed cheerfully into Wellsworth, where he saw Edward dropping off passengers from his branch line run.
Hello, Thomas. What's the rush?
Edward, is there a train of tar wagons in the yard next to this station?
I don't think so, Thomas. I haven't seen any tar wagons here for quite a while now.
Maybe I can ask Philip. I'm sure he'll know where they are.
Hi, Thomas. What brings you here at Wellsworth?
I'm looking for some tar wagons, Philip. Have you seen any when you were last shunting trucks here?
No, Thomas, I actually haven't. The last time I was shown to some tar wagons was at Matford a while ago.
Then where on Sodor can I find some tar wagons?
As Thomas continued puffing along the main line, he remembered another station that had some tar wagons as well.
James had an accident with some tar wagons at Malvern. If I go there, maybe I'll be able to find some.
As Thomas arrived at Marin, he saw James on the platform collecting passengers to take to Vicarstown.
Thomas, what are you doing here?
Hello, James. Do you remember the time you had an accident with some tar wagons?
Ugh, don't remind me.
Did you see any tar wagons in front of you? Or are they put in the sidings here?
How should I know? I don't want anyone to ever remind me about that stupid accident ever again.
How am I ever going to find some tar wagons now?
Just then, Toby chimed into Marin with an important message.
The workmen are still waiting for the Tarmac delivery, Thomas.
Thanks, Toby. But where can I find some tar wagons?
The last time I saw some were in a siding at Ffarquhar.
Ffarquhar? That's on my branch line. I must go back there straight away.
Thomas, wait! Slow down!
But Thomas didn't hear Toby as he left Marin. Thomas was hurrying to his branch line to get to Ffarquhar as he shoved across the island. By the time he made it to Ffarquhar, Percy was there, pulling Annie and Clarabel.
Percy, have you seen any tar wagons around here?
I'm not sure, Thomas, but I did see George earlier, and he isn't too happy the Tarmac delivery didn't arrive.
If the tarmac isn't here, then I must go all over my branch line to look for it.
And so, Thomas went along his whole branch line, searching for the missing tar wagons. As he pulled onto Mayplate, George was complaining already.
Where's the Tarmac? I need to get rolling!
I'm so sorry, George. I can't find the tar wagons anywhere.
Thomas knew he couldn't make George lose his patience, so he continued on looking. As he came to the junction that goes back onto the main line, he saw something that gave him a nasty surprise.
Cinders and ashes! Diesel has stolen the tar wagons! I must stop him before he gets away with them!
Thomas raced after Diesel as he was getting away with the tar wagons.
You think you can stop me, Thomas?
Yes, I can, and I will.
What are you doing behind your tar train?
This isn't your train, Diesel. It's mine!
I guess this means you win, Thomas.
Thomas was pleased he had stopped Diesel from stealing the tar wagons. Just then, the Fat Controller arrived in Winston and saw what was going on.
Thomas, Diesel, what on earth is going on here?
Diesel stole the tar wagons from Ffarquhar, sir, but I did stop him in time.
I only stole a tar wagon so it would be funny if all the road vehicles had to drive along the road holes, looking bumped and bounced.
Well, Diesel, you certainly have caused confusion and delay. I have no choice but to send you back to the Diesel Works.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
And as for you, Thomas, you must deliver the tarmac straight away.
Right away, sir.
Well done, Thomas. Now you've showed Diesel who's boss.
Thanks for that, Winston. I must deliver the tarmac now.
And we must head back to Knapford. Whoa! Oh, steady, steady, Winston. Careful, easy does it. Come on.
Sorry, sir. Early days.
At last, Thomas was delivering the tarmac to his branch line. As he pulled into Mayplate, George was glad the delivery had arrived.
Finally! Now I can get to work!
Soon George was hard at work, tarmacking the holes in the road. And a few days later, the road to Ffarquhar had been mended, and all of the road vehicles were very happy.
This road feels so smooth.
Yes, Fred. I'm glad to not be overhead away.
Hello, you two. Are you enjoying the new roads?
Yes, we are, Elizabeth.
Well, I'm glad I can take passengers again. But I still prefer the roads over than the rails.
As Thomas chuffed along his branch line, he came to a crossing where he saw George feeling sorry for himself.
Hello, Thomas. I'm very sorry for being impatient about the Tarmac delivery.
That's okay, George. There are some things railways are good for.
Well, I guess I don't have to complain for a while, now that all the tarmac is smooth.